Ladies and gentlemen, today we explore a timeless principle that has propelled the greatest leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs to unparalleled success. Think big, act smart. This is not just about dreaming big or taking risks. It is about aligning your vision with smart strategic actions that lead to lasting results. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's the product of focused thinking and intelligent execution. When you combine bold ambition with purposeful actions, you unleash your potential in ways that are both powerful and sustainable. Setting audacious goals is the foundation of thinking big. When you aim high, you set yourself up for exponential growth and success. The most successful people in the world are those who have dreamed beyond the limitations of their current circumstances. They recognize that it is not enough to simply set attainable goals. The truly impactful goals are the ones that challenge you to stretch your imagination and your capability. Audacious goals ignite a passion within you that forces you to push through barriers that would normally hold you back. When you set goals that feel impossible, you activate a mental state that seeks creative solutions. You begin to think in new, innovative ways, finding pathways to achieve what once seemed unattainable. It's in this state of ambition and exploration that breakthroughs occur. By setting audacious goals, you're setting yourself up to not only achieve the extraordinary, but to redefine what's possible. These kinds of goals force you to think differently, inspiring you to step outside your comfort zone and confront new challenges head-on. Audacious goals are also the fuel for personal growth. When you aim high, you are bound to encounter obstacles and failures. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about how you respond to them. Each setback becomes a lesson, each obstacle a stepping stone to growth. By reaching for goals that seem beyond your current capacity, you force yourself to grow in ways you didn't expect. Audacity, when combined with persistence, leads to extraordinary personal development, as it forces you to break free from old habits and limiting beliefs. The key to audacious goals is not to be intimidated by their size or complexity, but to embrace them. While it's natural to feel a sense of doubt when you set goals that are far beyond what you've done before, it's this very doubt that signals the presence of greatness. When your goals feel overwhelming, they are likely pushing you to discover strengths and skills you didn't know you had. This discomfort is the breeding ground for greatness. If your goals don't scare you, you are likely playing it too safe. Think about the people who have shaped history and transformed industries. Whether it's in technology, science, business, or social change, the ones who made the biggest impact didn't settle for small, safe goals. They set their sights on something far greater, something that would push them to their limits and beyond. Thomas Edison didn't just want to create a better light bulb. He wanted to revolutionize the way the world would interact with light. Elon Musk didn't simply want to build electric cars. He set out to change the way humanity approaches space exploration and sustainable energy. These visionary leaders set audacious goals, and it is through their audacity that they achieved what many thought was impossible. Audacious goals also help you to build momentum. Once you commit to something big, the energy and focus you need to achieve it creates a magnetic pull that drives you forward. Small, easily attainable goals do not generate the same level of motivation and excitement. When you set a big goal, you create a purpose that not only guides your actions, but energizes you to work tirelessly toward its completion. This energy is contagious, inspiring others around you to believe in the audacity of your dream and to support you in making it a reality. Another aspect of audacious goals is that they serve as a compass, guiding you in the right direction. When you have a big, clear goal, it becomes easier to make decisions. Whether you're faced with a choice about your time, your resources, or your attention, The sheer magnitude of your goal forces you to evaluate everything in relation to that vision. You begin to ask yourself, does this move me closer to my goal or farther away? This clarity makes decision-making simpler and more aligned with your long-term success. Setting audacious goals also helps to redefine your own self-image. People often live according to the image they have of themselves. And when you set bold goals, you are telling yourself that you are capable of more than you previously thought. It challenges the narrative you've created about who you are and what you can do. The more you achieve in the pursuit of big goals, the more you expand your belief in your own potential. As you continually raise the bar for yourself, you redefine who you are and what you're capable of, creating a cycle of upward growth and achievement. In the end, the journey toward your audacious goals is as important as the destination itself. It is this pursuit that shapes your character, builds your resilience, and teaches you invaluable life lessons. While it's important to have a vision of success, it's the effort, persistence, and learning along the way that truly transforms you. Setting audacious goals is not simply about achieving an end result. It's about the profound personal evolution that takes place as you push toward those monumental objectives. And when you reach those goals, you'll realize that the journey has been the most rewarding part of all. Visualization is a powerful mental tool that allows you to see, feel, and believe in the success you aim to achieve. The process of visualization involves more than just imagining your success. It's about creating a vivid mental image of your future achievements, almost as if they are already happening. When you visualize your success, you not only build the belief that your goals are attainable, but also align your actions and mindset to turn that vision into reality. It's about programming your mind to see the opportunities and paths necessary for success. One of the most profound aspects of visualization is that it engages both the conscious and subconscious mind. When you vividly picture your success, your brain begins to recognize this vision as a goal to be pursued. It's like setting a mental GPS that guides you towards your objectives. The more you visualize, the clearer the path becomes, and the more automatic your decisions align with that vision. Your subconscious mind starts to believe in the possibility of success, and this belief starts to shape your actions in a way that aligns with your larger goal. The emotional component of visualization is equally important. When you visualize your success, don't just focus on the outcome. Immerse yourself in the emotions you would experience when achieving that success, whether it's the joy, satisfaction, pride, or sense of fulfillment. This emotional connection creates a powerful bond between your mind and your goals. When you can feel the emotions associated with success, you make that vision feel more real, and this strengthens your drive and determination to reach it. The emotional energy behind your visualization propels you forward, even when the path becomes challenging. Visualization also acts as a tool for overcoming self-doubt and fear. Often the biggest barrier to success is the limiting belief that you are not capable or deserving of it. Through visualization, you can counter these negative thoughts by imagining yourself succeeding and thriving. When you repeatedly visualize yourself achieving your goals, you reinforce the belief that it's possible. Over time, these visualizations replace self-doubt with confidence, and the fear of failure becomes less significant. As a result, your mindset shifts from one of uncertainty to one of empowerment and possibility. Additionally, visualization helps to strengthen focus. In our fast-paced world, distractions are abundant, and it can be easy to lose sight of what truly matters. However, by regularly practicing visualization, you create a constant reminder of your goals. It's as if you are constantly recalibrating your focus and reminding yourself of the destination. This mental exercise sharpens your ability to block out distractions and stay on course. When you have a crystal clear vision of your success, it becomes easier to prioritize tasks and make decisions that bring you closer to your desired outcome. Another powerful aspect of visualization is its ability to increase resilience. The road to success is rarely linear, and challenges will inevitably arise. However, when you visualize the outcome you desire in vivid detail, you are more likely to persevere through difficulty. You've already mentally experienced the joy of success, and that vision keeps you going even in tough times. This mental rehearsal of overcoming obstacles makes it easier to face adversity head-on, knowing that you're already familiar with the end result. In essence, your visualizations prepare you for both the victories and the challenges that lie ahead. Visualization also enhances the clarity of your goals and objectives. Often, when people set goals, they focus solely on the outcome without understanding the steps required to achieve them. Through visualization, you can mentally rehearse not only the end result, but also the process of getting there. By visualizing each stage of the journey, whether it's the preparation, effort, or moments of growth, you gain a clearer understanding of what actions you need to take. This helps you to break down large, overwhelming goals into smaller, manageable steps, making the process feel less intimidating and more achievable. Furthermore, visualization encourages a positive mindset. It's easy to become discouraged when you focus solely on the obstacles in your way. However, when you practice visualization, you focus on the success you want to achieve, and this shifts your attention from what's wrong to what's possible. This positive mental rehearsal not only fuels your motivation, but also helps you cultivate a mindset that expects success. The more you visualize your success, the more likely you are to maintain a hopeful and optimistic outlook, which in turn attracts opportunities and solutions that align with your goals. The ability to focus on solutions rather than problems is one of the most crucial mindsets for success. In any journey toward your goals, obstacles are inevitable, challenges will arise, roadblocks will appear, and you will face moments of frustration. However, how you approach these moments makes all the difference between moving forward or getting stuck. Focusing on problems causes you to dwell in a state of negativity and helplessness. But focusing on solutions shifts your energy to the opportunities and strategies needed to overcome those challenges and advance. The first step in shifting from a problem-focused mindset to a solution-focused one is changing the way you approach challenges. Instead of immediately reacting to problems by feeling overwhelmed or defeated, take a moment to pause and assess the situation objectively. Ask yourself, what can I do to solve this? What resources or knowledge do I have at my disposal to work through this? By intentionally shifting your mindset, you take control of the situation rather than letting the problem control you. The very act of focusing on potential solutions empowers you to begin finding ways forward, no matter how complicated the issue may seem. Focusing on solutions also encourages a creative approach to problem solving. When you see problems as opportunities for innovation and growth, you begin to approach them with a mindset of possibility. Rather than feeling constrained by the problem, you are motivated to think outside the box, explore new ideas, and test different strategies. This creativity becomes a wellspring of potential solutions that you may not have considered if you had remained fixated on the problem. It's this creativity that leads to breakthroughs and new ways of doing things, which are often the catalyst for success. One of the key benefits of focusing on solutions is that it minimizes the time and energy you spend dwelling on setbacks. Problems are often temporary, but the emotional drain of focusing on them for too long can be lasting. When you choose to shift your attention to finding solutions, you prevent yourself from getting bogged down by negativity or anxiety. Instead of wasting precious time and mental energy on things you cannot change, you redirect your focus toward actions you can take. This mental shift allows you to conserve energy for productivity, progress, and positive outcomes, making each challenge a stepping stone, not a roadblock. Focusing on solutions also cultivates a sense of personal responsibility. When you take ownership of problems and move toward solutions, you acknowledge that you are in control of your destiny. Instead of blaming external factors or circumstances for difficulties, you recognize that you are capable of finding the means to overcome them. This mindset fosters a deep sense of empowerment and self-efficacy. It encourages you to take initiative and take action, rather than waiting for someone else to solve your problem. When you operate from a place of personal responsibility, you become more resilient and more capable of navigating challenges with confidence. Moreover, adopting a solution-focused mindset enhances your ability to learn from setbacks. Each problem presents an opportunity for growth and refinement. By focusing on the solution, you engage in a process of trial and error, experimenting with different approaches to find what works best. This iterative process not only solves the immediate problem at hand, but also contributes to your long-term development by expanding your skill set and knowledge. The more you embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and improve, the more resourceful and adaptable you become, which is essential for sustained success. When you focus on solutions, you also create a positive and motivating environment for those around you. Leaders who focus on solutions inspire their teams to adopt the same mindset. In any group setting, whether it's a work environment, a family situation, or a community project, the energy of problem solving is contagious. When everyone is focused on finding solutions, it fosters collaboration, innovation, and collective action. By leading with a solution-oriented mindset, you set the tone for a culture of progress, where challenges are met with optimism, resourcefulness, and determination. This collective energy can propel everyone involved toward success, with a shared commitment to overcoming obstacles. Another advantage of focusing on solutions is the development of mental clarity and resilience. When problems arise, the immediate reaction may be stress, frustration, or confusion. These negative emotions cloud judgment and decision-making. By shifting your focus to solutions, you can bypass these emotional responses and maintain a clear and focused mind. Solution-focused individuals remain calm under pressure, allowing them to assess problems with objectivity and make decisions based on logic and practicality. This clarity of thought enables you to tackle challenges with a level-headed approach, increasing your chances of finding effective solutions. In our fast-paced world, time is a precious resource, and the key to achieving extraordinary success lies in how you choose to use it. Many people fall into the trap of being busy rather than being productive. The difference between these two is significant. Being busy means filling your day with tasks, often of little consequence, while being productive means engaging in high-impact activities that directly drive you toward your goals. Prioritizing high-impact activities is crucial if you want to make meaningful progress and achieve lasting success. The first step in prioritizing high-impact activities is understanding what truly matters to your long-term goals. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of day-to-day tasks that seem urgent but are ultimately unimportant. To break free from this cycle, you must clearly define your goals and understand the specific actions required to achieve them. High-impact activities are those that contribute directly to the accomplishment of your goals, whether they involve developing new skills, building relationships, or making strategic decisions. It's essential to distinguish between what is important and what is merely a distraction. Once you have a clear understanding of what matters most, the next step is to focus your energy on these high-priority tasks. This often means saying no to opportunities, activities, or requests that do not align with your core objective. While it's tempting to take on as much as possible, the most successful individuals know how to say no when necessary. By saying no to the non-essential, you protect your time and energy, ensuring that you have the resources to devote to the things that matter most. In a world filled with distractions and competing demands, learning the art of prioritization is a powerful tool for success. Another important aspect of prioritizing high-impact activities is time management. The most successful people don't work harder, they work smarter. They allocate their time and energy to the tasks that have the greatest potential to move them forward. One effective strategy for managing your time is the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle, which states that 80% of your results come from 20%. By identifying the 20% of activities that yield the greatest results and focusing on them, you can maximize your productivity and minimize wasted time. This approach helps you identify the most significant activities that will have the greatest impact on your progress. In addition to the 80-20 rule, it's also important to leverage the power of deep work. In a world full of distractions, the ability to focus deeply on high-priority tasks is a rare and valuable skill. Deep work refers to the practice of immersing yourself in important tasks without interruption, allowing you to produce high-quality results in a fraction of the time it would take with constant distraction. Prioritizing deep work means setting aside time for uninterrupted focus, eliminating distractions, and creating an environment where you can engage fully with the task at hand. This level of focus leads to breakthroughs, faster progress, and a higher quality of output. One of the main reasons people struggle with prioritizing high-impact activities is because they often confuse effort with progress. Just because you are busy doesn't mean you are moving forward. High-impact activities are not always the easiest or the most immediately rewarding task. They often require long-term effort, delayed gratification, and sustained focus. However, these activities are the ones that ultimately lead to meaningful success. For instance, investing time in learning a new skill or building relationships with influential people may not yield immediate results, but these actions compound over time and create long-term value. By focusing on the activities that will pay off in the future, you set yourself up for lasting success. Another key to prioritizing high-impact activities is being strategic about your energy. Not all hours of the day are equal, and the energy you have throughout the day fluctuates. To make the most of your time, it's important to recognize when you are at your peak in terms of focus and energy. For many people, this might be in the morning, while others are more productive in the evening. Once you know when your energy is at its highest, you can schedule your most demanding, high-priority tasks during these peak hours. By aligning your most important activities with your natural rhythms, you can accomplish more in less time with greater focus and efficiency. In order to successfully prioritize high-impact activities, it's essential to consistently review and adjust your priorities. Life is dynamic, and circumstances can change quickly. What was a high-priority task one week may no longer hold the same weight the next. Regularly reviewing your goals, reassessing your tasks, and evaluating your progress ensures that you stay on track. It also allows you to adjust your course when necessary, ensuring that you're always focusing on what matters most. This adaptability is critical to maintaining momentum and ensuring that your efforts are always aligned with your long-term vision. Finally, prioritizing high-impact activities means maintaining a balance between action and reflection. While it's important to stay focused on the tasks that drive you forward, it's equally important to take time to reflect on your progress, learn from your mistakes, and reassess your strategies. Reflection allows you to identify what's working, what's not, and where you need to adjust your focus. This continuous feedback loop helps you stay on track, optimize your efforts, and ensure that you are always prioritizing the activities that will bring you closer to your ultimate goal. Lifelong learning is not just a concept, it's a philosophy that has become a cornerstone of success in today's rapidly changing world. The idea that learning stops once formal education ends is outdated and limited. The most successful individuals understand that personal and professional growth is a continuous journey that requires constant learning and adaptation. Embracing lifelong learning means being open to new ideas, constantly seeking knowledge, and being willing to evolve in response to new challenges and opportunities. It is about developing a mindset that views every experience, whether good or bad, as an opportunity to learn and improve. The first step in embracing lifelong learning is developing a curiosity-driven mindset. Successful individuals are naturally curious. They seek to understand how things work, why they work, and how they can improve them. Curiosity pushes you to explore new subjects, delve into unfamiliar territories, and expand your knowledge base. It is the curiosity to ask questions, seek answers, and never stop exploring that fuels a lifelong learning habit. When you approach life with a sense of curiosity, every situation becomes an opportunity to acquire new insights, no matter how big or small. Another key aspect of lifelong learning is adopting a growth mindset. Those with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through hard work, perseverance, and learning from mistakes. This mindset contrasts with a fixed mindset, which believes that talent and intelligence are static and cannot be changed. Embracing a growth mindset is crucial because it allows you to approach challenges with confidence, knowing that any obstacle can be overcome with the right knowledge and effort. When you believe in your ability to learn and grow, you are more likely to take on challenges and seize opportunities that lead to long-term success. Lifelong learning also means stepping outside your comfort zone and exposing yourself to new perspectives. It's easy to stick with what you know and surround yourself with people who share your views, but doing so limits your potential for growth. To truly expand your knowledge, you need to engage with diverse ideas, cultures, and disciplines. This could mean reading books on topics outside your field, attending conferences that introduce you to new ideas, or seeking out mentors who challenge your thinking. The more you expose yourself to different perspectives, the more you enrich your understanding of the world and develop the adaptability necessary to thrive in an ever-changing environment. One of the greatest benefits of lifelong learning is the development of resilience. Life is full of challenges, and there will inevitably be times when things don't go according to plan. However, when you embrace a mindset of constant learning, you become better equipped to navigate adversity. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, you begin to view them as opportunities to learn and adapt. Each challenge provides valuable lessons that contribute to your growth, helping you become stronger, wiser, and more prepared for future obstacles. With each lesson learned, you build mental and emotional resilience, which is essential for achieving long-term success. Lifelong learning also involves cultivating the habit of self-reflection. To truly learn from your experiences, you need to take the time to reflect on them. This means regularly evaluating your actions, decisions, and outcomes to understand what worked and what didn't. Self-reflection allows you to identify areas for improvement and adjust your approach moving forward. It's not enough to simply acquire knowledge. You must also take the time to integrate that knowledge into your life and actions. By reflecting on your experiences and learning from them, you ensure that you're constantly improving and evolving. Furthermore, embracing lifelong learning helps you stay competitive in an increasingly complex and fast-paced world. Industries, technologies, and social trends are constantly evolving, and what worked yesterday may not be effective today. To stay relevant, it's crucial to keep up with the latest developments in your field, as well as trends in the broader world. This could involve staying informed through books, online courses, podcasts, webinars, or engaging with industry leaders. The more you invest in learning, the better prepared you are to adapt to changes and capitalize on new opportunities as they arise. This ongoing investment in your knowledge and skills ensures that you remain at the forefront of your field, continuously adding value to your personal and professional life. Lastly, lifelong learning is deeply interconnected with innovation. The ability to innovate and think creatively is directly tied to your willingness to learn and experiment. Innovation doesn't come from staying in one place or sticking to the status quo. It comes from a continuous process of learning, experimenting, and pushing boundaries. As you acquire new knowledge, you develop the tools and insights needed to innovate and come up with fresh solutions to existing problems. Lifelong learning fosters an environment where creativity thrives, where new ideas emerge, and where you can contribute meaningfully to your field, industry, or society. Confidence is one of the most powerful attributes that can propel you toward success. It's not about being arrogant or overestimating your abilities, but about developing an unshakable belief in your capacity to succeed, even in the face of challenges and setbacks. Confidence allows you to take bold actions, face uncertainties with courage, and push through adversity with a sense of inner strength. Without confidence, even the most talented individuals can become paralyzed by fear, self-doubt, and uncertainty. Building and nurturing unshakable confidence requires consistent effort and a deep understanding of yourself and your abilities. The foundation of unshakable confidence is self-awareness. To be confident, you must first understand who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and limitations. Self-awareness helps you to recognize the areas in which you excel and where you may need to grow. This understanding creates a sense of security, as you are no longer relying on the validation or approval of others to feel good about yourself. When you are aware of your own capabilities and areas for improvement, you can focus on building your strengths while addressing your weaknesses. This process of continuous self-discovery leads to a stronger, more grounded sense of confidence. Another essential element of unshakable confidence is developing a positive self-image. The way you see yourself shapes the way you interact with the world. If you have a negative or limited view of yourself, it will be difficult to project confidence. To build a positive self-image, it's important to affirm your worth regularly. This can be done through positive self-talk, recognizing your achievements, and embracing your unique quality. Surrounding yourself with supportive people who uplift and encourage you can also reinforce your positive self-image. The more you believe in your own value, the more confident you become in your abilities. Confidence also grows through experience. Every challenge you overcome and every goal you achieve reinforces the belief that you are capable of success. The more you step out of your comfort zone and face new experiences, the more evidence you gather that proves your ability to handle difficulty. This process of conquering fears, taking risks, and succeeding, even in small ways, helps to build a track record of personal success that strengthens your confidence. It's important to recognize and celebrate these small victories as they provide the momentum necessary to tackle bigger challenges. Experience is the best teacher, and each step you take builds an unshakable foundation of confidence. Equally important is learning to embrace failure as a part of growth. Unshakable confidence is not the absence of failure, but the ability to bounce back from it. When you view failure as a learning opportunity rather than a reflection of your worth, you remove the fear of making mistakes. Instead of allowing setbacks to diminish your confidence, you use them to fuel your determination and growth. Every failure provides valuable insights that help you adjust your strategy, improve your skills, and build resilience. This shift in perspective allows you to maintain your confidence even when things don't go as planned, because you understand that failure is temporary and part of the path to success. Another crucial factor in developing unshakable confidence is the ability to trust your intuition. Confidence is not only about external achievements, it's about trusting your internal guidance system. When you develop the ability to listen to your instincts, you gain the confidence to make decisions and take action without overthinking or second-guessing yourself. Trusting your intuition allows you to step into situations with assurance, even when you don't have all the answers. Over time, the more you trust yourself and your instincts, the more your confidence grows as you realize that you can navigate through uncertainty with clarity and wisdom. Building unshakable confidence also involves letting go of the fear of judgment. So often, people hold themselves back because they fear what others will think of them. This fear can paralyze you and prevent you from taking the necessary risks to achieve your goal. Unshakable confidence comes from understanding that the opinions of others do not define your worth. It's about trusting that your own beliefs, values, and actions are what truly matter. When you release the fear of judgment, you free yourself to take bold actions, speak your truth, and pursue your dreams without being hindered by the opinions or expectations of others. Lastly, maintaining unshakable confidence requires a commitment to self-care and mental well-being. Confidence thrives when you feel physically and mentally strong. Taking care of your body through exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient rest contributes to a positive mindset and strong self-image. Additionally, investing in your mental health through practices like meditation, mindfulness, or seeking support when needed allows you to stay grounded and resilient. When you prioritize your well-being, you create the mental and emotional stability necessary to maintain your confidence even when facing challenges. A healthy mind and body form the foundation for an unshakable belief in yourself and your ability to achieve your goal. Taking massive action is one of the most critical components of success. It's easy to have great ideas, set ambitious goals, and dream big, but none of that matters unless you take consistent, focused action to bring those goals to life. While planning, strategizing, and setting intentions are essential, it is the execution of these plans that ultimately leads to success. Massive action means going beyond what is comfortable, doing more than what is expected, and consistently putting in the effort needed to move forward, even when progress seems slow. It's about having the courage to take risks, make mistakes, and keep pushing forward with determination. The first step in taking massive action is breaking your goals down into specific, actionable steps. Large, complex goals can often feel overwhelming, and it's easy to procrastinate when faced with such a big task. However, when you break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps, they become less daunting. Each small task you complete adds to your progress, building momentum and creating a sense of achievement along the way. The key to massive action is not just about doing more, but doing what is necessary and strategic to make real progress toward your desired outcome. By taking one step at a time, you make the larger goal seem achievable, and before you know it, you've made significant progress. In addition to breaking your goals down into smaller steps, it's crucial to prioritize your actions. Not all tasks are created equal, and some activities have a more significant impact on your success than others. Taking massive action means focusing on the activities that will propel you toward your goal the fastest. It's about understanding the difference between productive action and busy work. Productive action moves you closer to your goal, while busy work may fill your day without creating meaningful progress. Learning how to prioritize and eliminate distractions is a key part of taking massive action. When you focus on the most impactful tasks, you increase your chances of success and avoid wasting time on unimportant activities. Moreover, taking massive action requires a commitment to consistency. One of the main reasons people fail to reach their goals is because they start strong but lack the persistence to follow through. Massive action is not about sporadic bursts of effort. It's about staying committed to your goals day after day, regardless of how challenging or frustrating the journey may become. It's about developing the discipline to continue taking action, even when the initial excitement fades or when obstacles arise. Consistency builds momentum, and with every step you take, you build the confidence and resilience needed to keep moving forward. Over time, this consistent effort leads to results that far surpass what could have been achieved through half-hearted or inconsistent attempts. Taking massive action also involves embracing the unknown and stepping outside your comfort zone. It's natural to feel fear and hesitation when faced with uncertainty, but it's in these moments that the most growth occurs. To take massive action, you must be willing to take risks, make decisions with incomplete information, and face challenges head-on. Often, the biggest opportunities for success come from stepping into situations where the outcome is uncertain, but you have confidence in your ability to adapt and learn as you go. It's about pushing past your fears and not letting uncertainty paralyze you. The more you practice taking bold, decisive actions, the more comfortable you will become in these uncertain environments. Another key to taking massive action is being proactive rather than reactive. Many people wait for the perfect moment, for all the pieces to fall into place, or for external circumstances to align before they take action. However, the truth is that the perfect time rarely comes. Successful individuals are proactive. They take the initiative to make things happen, regardless of whether everything is perfect. By taking the first step even when you don't have all the answers, you begin to create momentum that propels you forward. Proactive action means taking control of your destiny, rather than waiting for things to happen to you. It's about recognizing that your success is in your hands and taking responsibility for making things happen. Taking massive action also involves a willingness to make mistakes and learn from them. Fear of failure is often what holds people back from taking action in the first place. However, success is rarely a straight line, and the road to achieving your goals is filled with setbacks, mistakes, and challenges. The key is not to be deterred by these obstacles, but to see them as valuable learning experiences. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn, adjust, and improve. By embracing failure as part of the process, you free yourself from the fear that prevents you from acting. The more you learn from your mistakes and continue to take action despite them, the stronger your ability to achieve massive success becomes. Finally, taking massive action requires an unwavering belief in your ability to succeed. Even when things seem difficult or progress is slow, maintaining a strong belief in yourself and your goals is essential for continued action. Without this belief, it's easy to become discouraged and give up. Confidence in your ability to take action, combined with the determination to keep moving forward, fuels your persistence. When you believe in your vision and have the confidence that your efforts will pay off, you are more likely to push through the inevitable difficulty. This belief acts as a driving force that compels you to keep going, even when the outcome is uncertain. Mastering time management is an essential skill for achieving any significant success. Time is a limited resource, and how you use it often determines whether you reach your goals or not. The most successful people in the world are those who can effectively manage their time, prioritizing the right tasks and avoiding distractions. Mastering time management isn't about doing more in less time. It's about doing the right things at the right time and with the right focus. It's about being intentional with your time, ensuring that every moment contributes toward your long-term success. One of the first steps in mastering time management is understanding where your time goes. Most people are unaware of how much time they waste on activities that don't contribute to their goals. To improve time management, start by tracking how you spend your day. This could involve keeping a time journal or using time tracking tools to get a clear picture of your daily habits. By identifying time leaks, those activities that eat up your time without producing value, you can make informed decisions about where to cut back. Whether it's excessive social media use, unnecessary meetings, or time spent on non-prioritized tasks, recognizing where your time is being wasted is the first step to reclaiming it. Once you've identified where your time is going, the next step is setting clear, specific goals. Time management is impossible without a direction. When you don't have clear goals, it's easy to waste time on tasks that don't move you closer to your ultimate objective. Setting goals helps you focus your time and energy on the things that matter most. Break down your long-term goals into smaller, manageable tasks and assign deadlines to these tasks. Creating a sense of urgency helps prevent procrastination and ensures that you're making consistent progress. By prioritizing your time around these goals, You can direct your energy toward what will truly move you forward. Another key to mastering time management is planning your day in advance. Successful people don't leave their day to chance. They plan it. This involves scheduling time for the most important tasks, as well as allocating time for breaks, meetings, and other obligations. Start each day by reviewing your goals and deciding what actions are necessary to achieve them. Creating a daily plan gives you structure and focus, allowing you to use your time more effectively. Time blocking is a popular technique where you allocate specific blocks of time for certain tasks or activities. By having a clear plan for your day, you reduce the likelihood of wasting time or getting sidetracked by distractions. Effective time management also requires learning to say no. In today's world, there are endless distractions and demands on your time. It's easy to say yes to every opportunity or request that comes your way, but this approach often leads to overcommitment and burnout. To manage your time effectively, you must develop the ability to say no to tasks that do not align with your goals or priorities. This may involve turning down invitations, delegating responsibilities, or setting boundaries with others. Saying no frees up your time and energy for the things that matter most, enabling you to focus on what will drive your success. Remember, every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to something that could move you closer to your success. Another important aspect of time management is avoiding multitasking. While many people believe that multitasking helps them accomplish more, studies have shown that it actually reduces productivity. The human brain is not designed to focus on multiple tasks at once, and when you try to juggle too many things, you end up making mistakes and wasting time. Instead of multitasking, focus on one task at a time and give it your full attention. Completing one task before moving on to the next ensures that you give each task the quality and focus it deserves, leading to better results and more efficient use of your time. Time management also involves taking regular breaks to maintain focus and energy. It may seem counterintuitive, but working non-stop without breaks can lead to burnout and decreased productivity. Research shows that taking short, regular breaks can actually improve focus and performance. The Pomodoro technique, for example, involves working in focused intervals, usually 25 minutes, followed by a short break. These breaks give your brain the rest it needs to recharge, allowing you to return to your tasks with greater focus and efficiency. By incorporating regular breaks into your schedule, you maintain high levels of productivity throughout the day. Delegation is another critical time management strategy. No one can do everything alone, and trying to do so often leads to burnout and inefficiency. One of the most effective ways to free up your time for high-priority tasks is by delegating less important tasks to others. This could involve outsourcing certain tasks, assigning responsibilities to team members, or asking for help in areas where others have more expertise. Delegation allows you to focus your time and energy on what you do best, while others take care of the tasks that don't require your direct involvement. Mastering the art of delegation not only improves your time management, but also empowers others to contribute to your success. Lastly, mastering time management involves cultivating a sense of discipline and self-control. Even with the best planning and strategies, you still need to have the willpower to follow through on your plans. Procrastination is one of the biggest obstacles to effective time management. To combat procrastination, develop the habit of starting tasks right away, even if you don't feel like it. Often the hardest part is getting started, and once you begin, momentum takes over. Practicing self-discipline involves creating habits that make it easier to stick to your time management plan, even when motivation is low. Over time, these habits become ingrained, making time management feel like second nature. In closing, mastering time management is the cornerstone of achieving anything meaningful in life. It's not just about filling your schedule with activities, it's about making intentional decisions with how you spend your time. Each day is a new opportunity to move closer to your goals, but only if you take control of how you use the precious time you have. By planning, prioritizing, staying focused, and making conscious choices, you will not only achieve more, but you'll also experience greater satisfaction in the process. Remember, time is one of the few resources that once lost can never be regained. So take massive action, manage your time wisely, and watch how your success unfolds.